All right, to give a perspective on this entire development, I'll be joined by our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain from the newsroom. Well, Wasbir, a double push to Naga peace talks. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma to arrive in Dimapur on September 21st. New interlocutor Akshaya Mishra also arrived in Dimapur today. What is the significance of these developments?
Yes, Pooja, you are absolutely right. This is a double push to the Naga peace process. It is now official and confirmed that former Special Director in the Intelligence Bureau, Kumar Mishra, is the new interlocutor to the Naga peace talks. In fact, he has arrived in Dimapur a couple of hours ago. He has been received by several civil society leaders at the Dimapur airport the moment he landed. He was also met by a very senior political leader of the state in Nagaland. So that is official now. The interlocutor has arrived in Nagaland, and Akshaya Kumar Mishra, the new peace interlocutor, is going to have his first round of talks with the NSCN-IM. That is what sources are telling Northeast Live. He, of course, is also going to hold talks with the other negotiating group, that is the NNPGs. But as of now, he is scheduled to meet the NSCN-IM on Monday. That is the big development as of now. We are breaking this story on Northeast Live. We have broken this story short while ago, but this is official now. Akshaya Kumar Mishra, the new Naga peace interlocutor, has arrived in Dimapur. He was received by senior civil society leaders and a very important member of the ruling coalition in the Nagaland government. And Akshaya Kumar Mishra is also likely to begin his peace process with his first meeting with the NSCN-IM as early as on Monday. He will, of course, meet the other negotiating parties, but we don't know when. The second big development, of course, Pooja, is the fact that the top BJP leader, Assam Chief Minister and convener of NEDA, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, is leaving for Dimapur on 21st. He will be in Dimapur on the 21st of September, and he will meet the NSCN-IM Supremo Thuingaleng Muivah. The meeting is likely to take place at a police complex in Chamukidima, which is near Dimapur. That is what we are getting to know. As of now, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma is set to meet the NSCN-IM General Secretary Thuingaleng Muivah, and as we have been reporting, it is not immediately known whether Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Chief Minister of Assam and convener of NEDA, will also meet the other NNPG groups. Now, this is a very big development in the sense that for the past 2 years, the Naga peace process has almost been deadlocked because of the simple reason that the NSCN-IM has expressed their reservations about R.N. Ravi being the interlocutor, and the government of India was also silent on the NSCN-IM's opposition to the peace interlocutor. But now that R.N. Ravi has been transferred out of Nagaland as the governor, he has already taken oath today, in fact, as the governor of Tamil Nadu, and the center naming a new interlocutor, Akshaya Kumar Mishra, who has already arrived in Dimapur. The peace process is definitely set to get a big push, and now we can safely say that the peace process has been raised actually to a political level, one notch higher, with the induction of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma into the peace process, with Dr. Sarma holding his set to hold his first round of talks with Thuingaleng Muivah at Dimapur on 21st.
All right, Wasbir, so this is actually a very big development. Now, Wasbir, also Assam Chief Minister who has been involved with a Naga peace process directly or indirectly for some time now. But for the first time, he is getting directly involved in the talks. So how do you look at that aspect? And could it mean that Sarma can be one of the main mover and shaker as far as the peace talks push is concerned?
Well, Pooja, yes, you see, this is the first time that Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the convener of NEDA, is getting involved directly in the Naga peace process. Of course, he has been familiarizing himself with the peace process from quite some time now. He had several rounds of talks with members of the Global Naga Forum and other Naga civil society leaders, both in Nagaland and during his last visit to Nagaland, where he had met the Chief Minister Nefurio and other political leaders. So he is keeping track. keeping close watch on the Naga political situation. He has met the Naga negotiating groups also in New Delhi. We understand that he had already met Mr. Thuingaleng Muivah at least once or twice before in New Delhi, along with other central leaders and leaders from Nagaland. That is what we can say for sure at this point in time. But yes, this is for the first time that he is going to Nagaland and meeting with the Naga negotiating groups, starting with this meeting on 21st with the NSCN-IM General Secretary Thuingaleng Muivah. And of course, during the process, he is also definitely going to meet the NNPGs, but a date and time has not been scheduled. But we also don't know whether on 21st itself he is going to meet other negotiating groups, that is, by which I mean the NNPGs. So that is not clear. But yes, the involvement of Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma is official now with the Naga Peace Process, and he could well turn out to be one of the key movers and shakers of the Naga Peace Process, now that a new interlocutor is also in place in the form of Akshaya Kumar Mishra, who is also quite familiar with the Naga Peace Process. In fact, Akshaya Kumar Mishra has been involved with the Naga Peace Process for the last 1 year or so, along with the IB director. He has been negotiating, he has been talking, holding several rounds of talks with Muivah, the NSCN-IM leader, as well as with the NNPGs. But this time he has arrived in Nagaland for the first time in his capacity as the official Naga Peace interlocutor, replacing R.N. Ravi, and he is going to begin his process by meeting Mr. Thuingaleng Muivah and the NSCN-IM, and of course then it is also obvious that he is also going to meet the NNPGs and of course the civil society groups in Nagaland.